Hi guys, this time on Deep Junk, it is time once again for a Three Blind Mice Invitational, and for the month of May we're doing the 66 Chevrolet Nova. We've got our car here all set to dig in, so I'm going to stop flapping my gums and we're going to get at it. Pieces and parts of our 66 Nova. It's no surprises, plastic chrome base, their dual exhaust, etc, etc. The interior, got a couple of racing buckets in there, console, dashboard, rear seat, the metal body. I've done several of these cars, so I don't think there'll be any huge surprises under that paint. Don't see anything real nasty there. We know we've got, because you can see that line up there at the pillar coming down into the quarter, and clear glass, so no surprises. Guys, she's bare naked and no surprises here, just like all the other ones we've done. It's got a high spot on the fenders, needs to be taken off, around the glass, around the windows and that. There's always garbage in there. The rockers, we've got that beautiful line comes down each B pillar onto the quarters, and then this very large casting line on the trunk right there, all the way across the trunk. So we'll get it all cleaned up and start smoothing the rest out. Alright guys, check it out. On our Nova, normally I start with the body because I like the metal work, and then go down to the chassis. Usually end up with the interior last. But everybody knows that when you're building a car, you really start with the chassis and work your way up. And when you clean, you start at the top and work your way down. Well, I never did that well in school, so this time we're going to do chassis first. I'm going to use the brass tubing to make axle tubes, and we're going to use these wheels and tires over here. We've got bigs in the back, littles for the front. Got a stance that I know what I want it to sit like, and we're going to start there and get this on the road. Guys, I wanted to show you this real quick. I had someone who told me that I was installing my axles wrong, busting my balls, just joking around, but this is for this guy. See, look at these tubes. The front and rear are cut. They have release in them for the glue. I'm doing it just like all the big time guys, you know. So I don't want to hear it. This is top of the line, big time stuff here. You don't see cars made like this just everywhere. Okay. Well, I'd say she's just about in the weeds. Perfect. Alrighty guys, after a little bit of work with the file, we've got her mocked up here. Stance is just right. The door handles I've shaved off, and I've taken a bit of that big ass body line out of it. It's just supposed to be there, and it is prominent on a 66 and 7 Nova, but I didn't want it to be as prominent as it was. Just wanted to tone it down a little bit. It's kind of like a, you know, well, I guess like a big mole on a hot girl's face, you know. There's our trusty furnace. It's still damn cold in Ohio. Whew. A little bit more work with the file and sandpaper. We had to get that line out of the B pillar on both sides. Took a little off the nose there, off the hood, decked that just a bit, and that B pillar also, get rid of those. But still see just a shade of it there. Alright guys, I missed a couple steps here filming. The body is in paint and it's been clear coated. Chassis is all done, but as usual I wanted to show you the pieces before the car goes together, because sometimes it's just too damn hard to see things when it's all assembled. So the interior, especially on this one, we stayed with red guts on this one, and it's basically just that. Red seats and door panels and that, even the dash. We've got some black insets there. The steering wheel and the steering column are black, and the shifter down there with the chrome shifter ball on it. Chassis, we've got our axle tubes in there, and the car is sitting, we've got it just a shade lower. I think that's going to look really, really good when it all comes together. Detail underneath as usual, but then the body's in red, and I'll show you more of that when we put it all together. Stay tuned. Alrighty guys, before we get into the last part of our 66 Nova here, I'm going to remind y'all to, if you dig this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to check back this next Monday here coming up, May 25th, Memorial Day. We've got a 64 Impala build coming up. There's about 6 of us builders all building the same Hot Wheels 64 Impala. That's going to be a good one. I was going to say you won't want to miss it, but I don't know, maybe you would want to miss it. But at any rate, it's going to be a decent bunch of video to watch. A lot of cool builders. All right, and on with the Nova here. So this one, like all the other cars I do, less is more kind of thing. I like to build the details into the car rather than having flames and stripes and all that stuff standing out at you. First thing, up front here, the hood on this, decked it and just shaved it back just a little bit and give a little bit of a smoother edge up over the front. The piece of trim that's at the bottom here, I sanded that down. I didn't take it off, but just sanded it down so it's not so much in your face, and give the hood a nice transition up into the cowl scoop. Did the grill, blacked out the grill, did the air vents in the bumper and the turn signals and that. Around the side, got the thing sitting just a shade lower than it did out of the package. It's set pretty low right out of the box. But I did the chassis with the set of axle tubes and got the wheels to set where we wanted to get a good stance. And the wheels are by a company called Scuderia 73. It's a Mexican company. You can check them out. Just search Scuderia 73, and they've got several types of wheels. Now, it's a good wheel and tire. Very happy with it. It just takes a while to get into the country from Mexico, naturally. So keep that in mind when you're ordering. It may be, 30, 40 days before you see a product. But like I said, I'm very happy with it, very pleased with the wheel. So with that, and getting the stance corrected, the big body side molding, the big body side, that's molded into the fenders and doors and everything on a 66 and 7 Nova, that was also sanded down just to take the edge off so it wasn't so much in your face. Door handles were shaved on this car. Then around back, the deck lid back here, the trim piece that goes on the deck lid is usually a aluminum piece that has some polished parts and then some argent in it. Left the shell of it there on the deck lid and just left it body color, but just sanded it down again so it's not so prominent. It just becomes part of the deck lid, and put a small black bow tie in between the tail lights there just to just to add it, just to break things up there on the back. Not much underneath. This one is engine and transmission, some exhaust. I'm liking the car, especially this color was what I wanted to do my Ferrari a couple weeks ago in, but didn't get it to paint in time, so painted the car, this Nova, the color, and in shaving the door handles and smoothing it out, getting it down there, where it belongs, and keeping it a red with red guts inside. I really, really dig the car. As usual, guys, it's going to be for sale on eBay under my wife's seller, 17 Stacy. I've got a few more cars that are going to show up there that people had wanted, and I, for whatever reason, did not buy. And if you check out ahead, right after the 25th there, Memorial Day, the Impala will be up on eBay also. So give us a check out there, and if you'd like, and you can bid on the cars. Alrighty, guys, thank you again for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I hope I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks again.